so sad.
Hello everyone! Can you hear me? Hi! I'm so happy to see you all here. Thank you for always sharing your messages here in the comments and saying hi to everyone. I love when the intro starts and I see who came to the live stream. That makes me so happy. Thank you so much for joining me for another live stream. And we have here the new M4 iPad Pro, which I'm really excited about, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that are new, especially with the Apple Pencil Pro. So that's exciting, and I haven't had a chance to really explore this iPad because I was working on the Wonderbox. So we are kind of doing it together today, and I think that's really exciting. We will also be setting up our bullet journals for June using the new June Wonderbox, and that's also really nice because I think this theme is pretty different from the previous ones, and it can have we can come up with a lot of interesting ideas for these, especially with the new desk setups. I think they can have really nice new elements and really nice new compositions. Hello Bella! Thank you for joining today. Hello Amrita, Rachel, Pavlina, Kat, and Sam. Hi Sam! Hi Lane, hi Maria, hi Len, it's 2 a.m. It's always really, I'm really so happy when you're here, even though it's really late in Singapore. Thank you everyone. Hi Teresa. Hi Yasmin. Hello everyone once again. First thing that I would love to show you. Oh, the screen turned off. So I got here the new Magic Keyboard and also the new iPad, which is a 13-inch iPad Pro. And I don't know if you can see, but the quality of this tandem OLED display is really nice. And it takes time to get used to this quality, especially if you were using an older model of iPad. So I'm still kind of getting used to it. And another thing, today is actually full moon, which I was hoping for a while. I was hoping that we're going to do one live stream on the full moon, and it happened today, so that's also exciting. We have the flower moon and the full flower moon actually, so that's really nice that we are doing our live stream on a full moon. And I have water with me today only, but we can imagine that this is seawater, the salty water. I should have put salt in this to be matching our June Wonderbox. I think that was something that I should have done. And of course we have a new playlist. And I'm also not sure about all the songs. I just randomly chose the song that I thought sounded appropriate for this setup and for what we're going to do today. And I hope it's going to be really nice. Did you buy the one with the nano texture screen? Yeah, I did not buy the nano texture screen one, even though I would really love to see how that matte screen works and how it performs when you're drawing or just writing on it. But I think for me, I would love to try a lot of different screen protectors in the future and maybe get some of the screen protectors sent by brands. So for me, I went with the glass screen, even though I would really love to try the other one. But for now, I think this would suit me better because I want to experiment with different protectors. And I think especially because when I do ASMR videos, it's really hard to get that right sound, to have that really ASMR sound, and I think that maybe is not really possible with that nano texture screen. So I went for a safer option and got this one, but maybe in the future I might try the nano textured one. And if you do try it, let me know and let everyone know. You can share in the group how it feels to use it over time. Okay, so in today's live stream, we will be using the June Wonderbox, which looks like this. And one of the most exciting parts for me whenever I'm creating a new box is actually this page, this cover page for the Wonderbox. I think it's really interesting to choose the elements that are going to be the main ones for the cover page. So it's always the most exciting when I come to that step to create this cover page. Okay, I'm just checking what's up with the music because it kind of stopped. We'll see. So we have the June Wonderbox here, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to use this for our June bullet journal setup. And I'm going to use the Soft Echoes bullet journal, but maybe I could be creative a bit and use the desk setups for all of my setups. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought before the live stream, so I'll just go with the flow. And here's just a quick reminder. I wanted to just quickly remind you at the beginning of every live that you can get the freebies in our Facebook group. This is the May Gift 2024 challenge, and you can get these freebies by posting any kind of Indigo Healer spread. So a journaling spread with Indigo Healer products, and we will make sure to send you the link to these freebies as soon as possible. So just a little reminder that you can post your spread and get these really beautiful freebies that definitely match our new Wonderbox, but also the previous one. Watching it on TV and listening on my mobile so I could easily chat. I think that's what I would do if I was watching this live stream. I would love to, interact in the chat, and I would be holding my phone while I watch it on the TV. Oh, they close most of the mountain foothill trails at 7 p.m.? Really? I've never heard of that actually. Okay, so maybe the first thing to do is to add our little stamp to the words book. I think that's always a good thing, a good start. So we can do that just quickly. So I have the awards book here, and I hope that you can see everything well, because this screen doesn't have any screen protector on it, so it might be a little bit hard to see everything because the OLED has these lines when you film it on camera. So, but that only happens on the daylight and usually doesn't happen in the night, so I think it's okay for this setup. So let's just add our stamp for today, and if you're new here, you will be getting a stamp. You get a stamp when you attend a live stream. So a stamp is like this. It looks like this realistic stamp, and in each live stream you receive one for attending. That's a freebie that everyone gets. if they attend the live stream, and we have already completed 2 of these pages here, and we are on page 3 with the live stream. So I feel like we had a lot of live streams now, and I can't believe it, because I remember some of the first ones, and it feels like it was not that long ago, but we have a lot now. And you can also download this awards book on my website. You can just scroll to the bottom of the homepage of the website, and you will see the download link, the direct download link for this awards book, and you can collect the stamps with us. I will be sharing the link to the stamp sometime at the end of this live stream. And now I think we could just add the stamp. I also want to show you these new features of the Apple Pencil Pro, but let's just go with this stamp first. So this is the stamp that you will be getting today, and I think it's really cute and matches the June Wonder Box. And I'm so excited to see how it looks behind the shadow here on this page, because now it's on top, and I would really love to see. A really interesting thing with the new Apple Pencil Pro, I don't know if you used the double tap feature before on your Apple Pencil, so you just double tap and you switch back and forth to your tools. For example, if you're in pen tool, you double tap, and then you're in the eraser tool. And I haven't really used that feature at all before. I tried it so many times, but for some reason it just didn't work for me. It was not really practical, and I didn't really feel like anything's happening, you know, because I just need to double tap, and it just feels like I'm not doing anything, you know. But with this new Apple Pencil, when you double tap, you get the haptic feedback, and it feels like you did something actually. You know, when you just go to this tool, for example, and just double tap, you feel that you tapped on the pencil, you know. So it's much more intuitive in my opinion, and I think now I'm going to use the double tap feature a lot more, and I think it's more smooth and easier to use now. So that's just really great. Also, another thing, if you haven't experienced that yet with the previous iPad, they also had that. We have this hover, so you don't have to tap, you don't have to actually tap on the screen to see what your pen is going to do when you tap on it. So I'm not tapping on the screen, and it's selecting one of these two. So I'll just send to back, and we have the stamp here. I think it looks really nice here on these 2 pages. And I love that I added this flower here. I think it looks really beautiful to add something on top of the notebook, which I haven't really done here. I mean, I have this, but I think it would look much cooler if I added some things on top. So this is our little stamp, and now we can start with actually the bullet journal setup, because last time our live stream lasted for almost 3 hours, and I will try to make it faster this time, so we need to start setting up our bullet journals. And I will first start I will just do a quick swipe through this sticker book that we're going to use, and you can definitely see that this is completely summer beach themed. I really wanted to have one wonder box that is dedicated to kind of vacation, but still I didn't want to do all of those summer elements. I wanted it to have the same elements as usual, just some summer elements that are similar to the ones that we always do. So this is what I chose. We have the drinks that we always have, but they look like more like summer. And then let me just see quickly. Just a little check behind the scenes. I need to check because seems like the music stopped again, and this is kind of making me mad, and I think I'm going to change the software that I'm using because it's now the second time that this is happening and I just don't like it. I mean, it's such a central point of the live, the music that I choose, and when it's not working, it's just weird. Okay, sorry, I got distracted by the music, so I don't know what I wanted to say here. So let's do just a quick swipe through. We have the bullet journal setup sticker book. This is the cover page, and then we have these for the cover page, and then we have these blank papers with the faded background, and I think these have become an essential to all of my spreads somehow, because I think everything looks better when you place it on top of this kind of background, as opposed to just the plain paper background. So I think it looks much better like this. So I had to include more of these, and I know that you love them for the April Wonder Box, so definitely a must for a Wonder Box now. And I also experimented with this watercolor paper. I think this is something new and fun, and it looks really beautiful on the journaling spreads. And then we have these words here. I added June, July, and May because if you're making a spread, for example, if you're making a spread today and you want to reflect on May, for example, you can use these here to reflect on May, and then in the future, when you're at the end of June, you can use the July one to make an intro to July, to the month of July. So this is why these three are added. And then we have the monthlies. I also experimented here because I wanted to, make something new and different. And I added the calendars to the papers. And we have this calendar here where you can write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on here. And then these are here the 7 days, and then it goes like this, and then we have a regular one, which looks like this, and you can place it just on one page on top of your journal, and then write something on the right page or on the left page. You have space to write about the month and then add the tasks here in the calendar. Then we have one weekly, and these are just squares that you can use for your habit tracking or whatever else. It can be used for anything, but usually this is how I do my habit trackers, so this is why I included these. And then we have the cards with the illustrations, the books that I really wanted to make minimalistic, and I really want them to be, not too vibrant and like pastel colors with the little dolphin, and I think it's really beautiful. I love these covers. And then we have the notebooks here, and then the drinks, which I'm so proud and excited about because I think these are just magical. They really look magical, and I am obsessed with the glass look. I was really obsessed when we started adding the glass elements. It was really exciting for me, and so now we have these ones that you can see through the glass here, which is really, really nice, as you can see here. I think that looks really beautiful. And it's the same for this one. More drinks, and also one of my favorites because of the transparency. I think there's just something really amazing, and I don't know if that's because I know how hard these are to achieve. It's pretty hard to make the stickers this transparent, so I really love to just play with them in my journal because you can just place them on top of anything and it looks so realistic, so I love that. And then one thing, I don't know if you noticed this, but we have this little glass bottle that is empty, and then next to it we have this here. I'm not sure if you noticed, let me know if you noticed this. But we have this that you can put on top of the glass bottle, so it looks more realistic because you can put something inside of this bottle actually. So you can, I don't know, maybe put this here. And then just place this on top like this. And now it looks more realistic than if it was just like this. So it looks like, the glass is on top of this and that this is actually inside of the bottle. So you can have fun with this. I think that's really interesting, and you can put a paper inside so it looks, like a message in a bottle. So this is really something that I was excited about, and it was really hard to achieve this because, you know, how do you make a glass a glass sticker? It's pretty hard. So this is how we ended up doing it, and I hope that you can have fun with these. And I would really love to create more things like this in the future. I think there's something really special when we're doing these things digitally and it feels like it's really realistic because, you know, we actually move elements on top of each other and we arrange them in a way so all of these things that make it look realistic like this really excite me. So I hope that I can do something similar in the future and more of things like this. So yeah, this is it. If you haven't seen this bottle and maybe you missed this glass here, I hope that I could help now and that you can experiment with that. I was thinking of trying to make a message in a bottle. Yeah. I actually wanted to include a realistic element that looked like that, you know, a bottle and then some kind of paper inside of it, you know, how it looks. But I was thinking maybe I can make it more creative and then you can decide what to put inside of this. So this is why this came to my mind. And then we have these elements here. And this is also something that is also really exciting for me because the blurry elements are now also one of my favorites, especially that butterfly that we did. I think it's really nice. And now we have these sun umbrellas. You can put them on any of your spread and it looks really, really realistic when you do. I have this, I have them here. So this is one example and then this is another one and also on the desk setup here. And to me, this is such a great idea, even though I can't really imagine what a sun umbrella would do on the table like this, but I don't know, it's just really cool, so I don't care about the realism behind it. And then we have fruit. I wanted to add so many different kinds of fruit, but you know, that would be a product of its own. And especially when I was making this, you know, you get so many ideas of what could be something that what could be included in this Wonder Box actually. And there's just so many ideas, but I can't add everything. It's impossible to actually make so many things on one hand, and on the other hand, the product would be like 2 gigabytes or something, so I had to pick just certain elements. So we chose these types of fruit, and I think it's really beautiful to add any of these on the spread because they look really vibrant. And then the figurines, the dolphins and whales, and then these. I think this one is really cute. It turned out really cute. And also these clips that I think also became one of the essentials for me because I love using the clips from all the Wonder Boxes. So I think these are really incredibly beautiful, so I'm excited to use these. And then of course the candles. And that's it. We have the plates here and one really beautiful candle. So we can start creating our bullet journal setup for June. And we can start with the cover page. I think I could go into the soft echoes, but I could also use the desk setup, so I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm just going to open a blank one because my regular journal is full of so many things, full of so many experiments that I've done, so I'm not going to open that one for now. But yeah, we can use this, and then we can use the beach journal and maybe some of the templates from there, and then also the desk setup. So we have this desk setup, and the first desk is this one, which is actually the background for all of these, for all of the stickers that you've just seen. And then we have, here's the index, and then we have this one that also matches all of the stickers nicely. And these two are experiments that I wanted to include because in each Wonderbox I feel I always want to add something new and exciting, and for me this is really, really nice. I love this background here, and this is like a really experiment. I'm excited to see what you create with this. But another thing is this one. So I was thinking I want to add a desk setup because we always have some sort of, not always, but there are Wonderboxes where we had a desk. But then since this is like a beach theme, I wanted to somehow have something that will remind us of the beach, and then I decided to add the sand here, and I think it turned out really nice like this. So we have the sand and the desk here, and you know, the mix of these two makes me really happy, especially with all these realistic elements. So that's what we are probably going to use today. And then we have these pre-made templates that you can tap on here, and then this one. So this is for a quick swipe through, but now I can start doing my cover. And I'm actually using this magic keyboard here, but I would love to use something else because I'm so used to just using the Apple Pencil. I don't use the keyboard so much, even though it's really handy for some tasks that I do on my iPad, but for journaling it's just me and my iPad and the Apple Pencil most of the times. But I didn't get any of the accessories for this iPad because it was not available still, and none of the smart folios were available here. So I'm just going with this keyboard here. So I'm not so used to journaling like this, but we are going to try it today. The greatest pleasure comes from the fact that the glass on all objects that have it is actually transparent. That's my favorite part of all of these stickers. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you all love it, and I'm so glad that I can share these little details that maybe give you a bigger and fuller picture of the whole Wonderbox, because sometimes maybe it can be so obvious what some elements are and how you can actually use them and all the details about the elements. But like this, I can share a couple of details that I think are important. So I'm happy that you're all here and that that I can share this with you. And I'm going to ask you one question. Can you all hear the music? I mean, not right now, but throughout the whole live stream. Is it working for you? And only not working for me, because last time it was like that. It worked for you and I couldn't hear anything. I mean, right now I can hear it, but it's not really working. It just stops. Okay, you can hear it. Awesome. So it's the same as the last time. I will have to contact the software that I'm using to make sure this doesn't happen, because it's just solely because of the software. There's nothing else, everything else connected properly and everything, so let's see. We need to do the cover page. So the cover page is going to be in the soft echoes, and then the monthly I can do it in the desk setup, maybe. So we are going to start with one of these, and I think I'm going to go with this one here. I mean, they're together anyway, so let's go with this one here. And as usual, I'm going to add the calendar from the Soft Echo sticker book. Or maybe I could add some other elements. I'm always, whenever I enter and into this sticker book, I always want to add some other elements from this sticker book. So we have June. Another thing that I could do is add the monthly calendar immediately here in the cover page. So that's something I haven't really done before, but I think it could be cool because I have the calendar here, and then if I add the calendar on the right, then these two would match. I think that would be nice, especially because we have these monthly templates. So let's go with that. We're going to do this and then we will decorate a lot more. In the June box there is a glass bottle piece. I guess I'm not sure how that can be used. Oh yeah, it looks like it's the front part of the bottle, and you're completely right. It's actually the front part of the bottle. I actually just mentioned that while I was going through the sticker book, and I'm just quickly going to show you here. So we have it here, and I wanted to do a bottle and something inside of it. For example, you know, a message in a bottle or something like that. And I didn't do that, but I included an empty bottle, and now you can add anything inside and just put this on top so it looks like it's actually inside. I also showed you here. So yeah, you can add this little ball here, for example, and now it doesn't look so realistic because it just looks, you know, kind of weird because it's on top of this bottle. It doesn't look like it's inside, but if you put this on top, it has this slight shadow on top of it and it looks like it's inside. So it's meant to be just put on top of this bottle. I think it's really exciting and I will have to use that for today's setup. And of course, I will just have to use one of these to attach the monthly paper, the monthly calendar. Even though it's really hard to choose, I love them all. They're really beautiful. So let's go with this one maybe. And another thing that I wanted to do is add the background here. So should I add this one or let's see how it looks first, then I will decide. Oh, I think I love it. Yeah, I love this. I love it because of the contrast behind this paper, so yeah, that's definitely what works. And I only mentioned the double tap feature. Oh my god, I don't know what's happening with the music. It's crazy. So we have the squeeze feature for the new Apple Pencil. And now you can access the toolbar easily because you can just squeeze the pencil and then we have this toolbar here. Even though I would really love if we could access some other things this way. For example, if I have this picture selected, this photo monthly calendar selected, and when I squeeze the pencil, I would love to be able for it to do just what it would do if I tapped on it. So that would be really cool to do with the squeeze feature, but we don't have that. But you can squeeze the pencil and you can access the toolbar here. And I think it's just really convenient and maybe not something that would make you completely switch if you're using the previous version of iPads and the previous Apple Pencil, because it is not that big of an update. But I have a feeling like it really makes it easier, especially if you're doing journaling and not only arranging stickers but writing something or adding some photos. So if you're not just copying from the sticker book to your bullet journal, but you have some photos that you want to add or something like that, I think it's really convenient because you can just so easily access this toolbar and you don't have to go like this all the time now. Tap here and then tap here and then move and then tap. I think this is really something that in my opinion changes a lot of things, and especially when you get used to it. I haven't really used this iPad for too long, but when I first used this Apple Pencil, for me it was really something that felt like a really pleasant, or like maybe not a game changer, but it felt like something really new and something that will make my journaling process much easier. I love that we have the haptic feedback because you now feel like you're more connected to this pencil. This pencil feels alive now, in my opinion. So when you just squeeze it, and it's really easy, it's just something intuitive to do. You just squeeze it and it's really easy. So let's add a couple of more elements here. Oops. I have to add one of these. And then actually one of the cards here. Let's go with this one. Oops. I accidentally double tapped. And I've heard some people asking about whether you could just squeeze the pencil and do it by accident. You know, how easy it is to accidentally squeeze the pencil and for example open the menu and all of that. I think it's really not easy to make a mistake. I think it works really well. But for me right now, since I'm not so used to this setup here, and it's not really convenient to, you know, use the stickers in this setup, I think it can happen to me to accidentally double tap or squeeze it. But when I'm working on it on the table, it never happens. It's just really no, I want to tap on this. What kind of tools can you use with this squeezing pop-up tool? Oh, okay, so when you squeeze the pencil, you get the same exact tools that you have here. So if you watched any of the reviews of the new Apple Pencil, they usually use the Notes app to show it to you, but GoodNotes also has added this feature for the new Apple Pencil. So all of the tools that you have here are available in this little panel that you get when you squeeze it. And you can also change the shortcuts for, you can also change what is going to happen when you squeeze the Apple Pencil. So I also made a shortcut where I squeeze the Apple Pencil and open the journal, which is really interesting. I really love that. So basically we have the Apple Pencil here, and then you have the double tap and squeeze actions, and when you go into the squeeze, you can add for it to do a shortcut when you squeeze it. And then I added this shortcut here to open my main journal. But you can do so many things with it. It can open any kind of journal, it can open any kind of app, it can just open GoodNotes. For example, if I just put it like this and then squeeze it, it just opens GoodNotes. So, and it's really easy. You can squeeze it from really far away like this, so I'm pretty far away, and then it still works. You can also use a squeeze to switch between tool and eraser, which is also usually used with a double tap. So, and also these two are the same for the double tap. So you can have it switch to one of these with a double tap, and then the same thing can be done with the squeeze option. But I think the most fun part is this shortcut. And you can also adjust the sensitivity of the squeeze. So if you want it to be like a harder squeeze, then you can make the sensitivity like this. But I like it on this place here. I think it's the optimal for me. I could see the rotation tool being really helpful. I hate how rotating in GoodNotes isn't free and only allows for snapping. Oh yeah. No music at all. I will just have to continue with listening to people playing basketball in front of my building. So those are my sounds for this live. I want to add a couple of more elements. I really want to add this one. Also, one interesting thing that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do, let me try, but we have a new feature in GoodNotes, actually a new update in GoodNotes, where you can change the fountain pen and you can change the tip flatness, so you can go from round to blunt here, and this is really exciting for me, and especially with this Apple Pencil Pro where you have the barrel roll, so you can easily just do calligraphy with this. But I think this is a really nice update even if you don't have the Apple Pencil, because it can be just so easy for you to have a beautiful handwriting now with this. At least that's my opinion, because I tried it on my other iPad and I haven't actually tried it on this one. So let me quickly show you. I'll go with this 33%. You see how nice it looks? I think it looks really nice with this, and I'm a big advocate for the brush pen. Honestly, it's been my go-to since I started using GoodNotes, probably because the ballpoint pen was the ball pen was not so. I didn't really like it because I'm always writing cursive letters, so for me the ballpoint was not it. And then the fountain pen, was much better than the ball pen for me when I'm writing, but still it didn't have that much flexibility in terms of making the handwriting look like I'm writing with the fountain pen. In my opinion, the brush pen was more like the fountain pen, and then so I decided to use the brush pen for all of my writings in GoodNotes. But now with this update here where they changed the tip flatness, now it actually looks like the fountain pen that I was imagining. So I'm thinking of starting to use the fountain pen as my main pen. So this is how it looks, and I didn't really try hard to write it like this. It's just really easy to do it. And another thing with this Apple Pencil Pro is now you can see, I don't know if you can see it well, but I'm not touching the screen, and I can see how the pen that I'm using will look when I actually press on the screen. So it's a really, really nice feature. It's like a shadow kind of thing, but there is also a real shadow in the Notes app. When you put the Apple Pencil close to the screen, it shows a shadow that is not a real one, but digitally made one, and I think that's also a really nice detail, and I'm all about the details always. So sometimes for me, those details decide what I'm going to, if I'm going to buy something or not, because I'm really into, you know, visual things and the aesthetics, and when they're just those details that make it a whole, that make the product really valuable to me. So whenever I see someone taking great care in the details, I mean, I don't want to say that it's not always the case with big companies, even though they make sure to care about the details. In some cases, there are so many things involved in the big companies, but in general, when I see an artist or someone, a smaller business, when they take great care in the details, that's something I really admire. So I love that we have these things like, you know, this and the shadow. It's really interesting. I don't know if I'm not sure. My notes is just really full of stuff, so I don't know if I want to go in there. But yeah, let's do Tuesday. There are also some kind of secret projects that I still don't want to share, and maybe that's my first page when I tap on notes, so maybe I shouldn't do it. I don't know why I can't write Tuesday nicely, but it's really easy, honestly. So if you haven't tried this new update, you should. Oh no, what am I doing? I hear music. Yeah, that was probably when I mentioned that I can only hear people playing basketball in front of my in front of the building. But yeah, that's what I hear, and you are lucky to hear the music. I'm glad that it's not only the thing for me. Oh yeah, we also have this tool here, but it's not great because I didn't write it in a straight line here. So I don't have all my color palettes on this iPad now, so I'm just going to choose this one maybe, or just go with one of these. Let's try that. Just do a custom one, for example, or a more bluish one. Let's see how that looks. I think that's cool. And I also want to add a couple of more elements around here, and then we can go into the monthly calendar. The next 2 days for me are reserved for really diving into this iPad and trying all the new features and experimenting with apps. I want to experiment with Final Cut Pro, and I want to experiment with Procreate and Procreate Dreams and so many apps. And then I plan to do a video of everything that I concluded after using these apps. But for now, I'm just experimenting here with you. I somehow want to add the sunglasses everywhere, so maybe they can have a place in the cover page. I think they look good no matter where I put them, so I could just put them like this and it would be nice. Or let me just see, now I came up with one idea. If I did this, I wanted to place the glasses here so that you can see the eyes here of this illustration and the head, but the glasses to be on top, just to show off the transparency. But maybe this one would do. If I wanted to do this, I would really love for my next spread to be a monthly, even though we have this monthly calendar here. I would love to do another monthly, but I'm not sure if we're going to have time for that. Okay, so let's see, if I add this, for example, here. I'm going to do it a bit onto this side here, and then then I could add something from there are so many things that I'm thinking I could add, but I'm not sure. I wanted to add one of the stones here from the January box. Maybe. Or even one of the crystals from the August Wonder Box. Let's just try it. For example, add this. And then we want to place this on top. And now it's inside. I think it looks really nice. Maybe we can even put the butterfly inside, but this is not a real butterfly, so I wouldn't put a real butterfly here, so this is like more of a plastic butterfly, but it's not possible for it to fly, you know, because it's plastic, so we'll have to like put it like it's falling or just like this here, and then click on this and bring to front, something like this. I don't know, it's just fun to put things inside of this bottle. So many things we have here, but I'm not sure if they're good for this bottle here. Definitely these little balls could be added. So just like that, the random 3 object inside of this bottle here. I don't know, it's cute. Just a messy little cover and monthly. And we start on Saturday, so I should just add these here. I really love this new feature because of this highlighter tool. I think it's really nice to know where the dot from the highlighter tool would be if I tapped, because before I always had problems with accidentally just tapping here and, for example, or tapping here, and now I can just tap so precisely that that's really insane. I think it's the little things like this that, even though they're little things, they make me more excited to create. And for me, that's just the most important thing for a new updated software or new hardware to make you more excited to work on the things you love. And that's why I really would recommend getting the Apple Pencil Pro if you have the chance to get it. So because it's always the little things. The little things are the ones that matter the most, and that's something to keep in mind always, because we always think that when something is not really giving the big results, and when something is not changing our lives drastically, that it has less value or that it's not as important. But at the end, it always turns out that those things are the most important. I mean, it doesn't have to be related to the Apple Pencil Pro, but in general, that's how things are. So whenever I see that something is a little change, I try to experiment with it and see if that little change is actually little or if it at the end becomes big, if you know what I mean. So we have done this, and yeah. The highlighting can be annoying, so this is good. Yeah. I would always miss the spot. I mean, not always, but it was a struggle before. Now it's not even... now it's actually just fun to use the highlighter. It's not that it isn't a struggle, but it's really fun to use it. When I look at this, I'm not sure what's actually happening here, because I've added so many different colors. I mean, it's fine, but I think this could be better if I changed this into something else, because I want it to have these blue tones and only this and this to be the contrast. And I don't like when the contrast is here. So let's see what else we can put there. What is something that would fit better? One of the things that I would love to put on this page is a candle, but let's see how this one goes there. Oh, I think that's it. I think that's what I needed. I think this is what I needed here. Yeah. I love it like this. I think that's I think that spread would look really nice in Teal Tranquil as well. Definitely, especially this theme. Maybe we can try it together just to see how it looks. Oh, now I can use this. Now I can actually use this rectangle lasso tool and just copy. Let's go into the Teal Tranquil. Yeah, I think it really looks better in this one. It matches much better, especially because of this pen that has the same tone as this one. So yeah. Which one looks better to you? Is that new lasso tool of an update? A part of an update, sorry. I don't see the message well. I don't remember seeing that before. It looks really cool. Yeah, it's from the new GoodNotes update. It's nothing to do with the Apple Pencil Pro or the iPad. It's just a new GoodNotes update that everyone got if you're using GoodNotes 6. Okay, we can go into the desk setup now. And I really want to use this one, so I guess we're going to do the weekly here. And let me check my battery for my camera. Oh, it's fine. In the last live stream, actually, I didn't check the battery and it was almost completely empty. And it was really strange because we had the live stream for almost 3 hours and I completely forgot that the battery maybe won't last that long. But if we had it for 10 more minutes, it would just turn off. So it was really interesting that it stayed until the end of the live. I think I agree with your comments about the differences between these two. This one actually really feels sandy and it seems like it's something like this. The Soft Echoes more resembles this, and then the Teal Tranquil is something that matches the colors of the sea and everything. When I look at them like this, I feel like, yeah, they both fit nicely. But there's something about the Teal Tranquil because of this cover that makes the spread more put together. Because we see these edges and the colors of the edges match the illustration and the general tone of the spread. So we started streaming 86 minutes ago. Let's see, what's our next move? I completely forgot to add this, so I should do that now. Let's see where I'm going to add it. I guess it's going to be right here. A little bit to the bottom here. I think that looks really nice. Like this. Maybe I could even just copy this one but smaller. I think that's cute. And I also should have written the days here, maybe. Just because I like using this fountain pen. If you haven't tried it yet, please let me know if you're liking it more than the ball pen and brush. Seems like I started on Friday. Oh my gosh. I knew something was not right. Why did I start on Friday? It's therapeutic, so I don't care. I can just We need to make this a bit thinner because I didn't like it. Almost 90 degrees and very humid and no AC at work. Oh my god. You can just imagine drinking one of these refreshing drinks from the June Wonder Box. That's usually what I do when when I'm craving some kind of drink. I scroll through the Wonder Boxes and I don't know, it kind of makes me inspired even though I'm not actually drinking it. Now that you're talking about being tired, I suddenly felt really tired. It's not that I wasn't tired today, I felt... But I mean, I'm usually feeling pretty tired the whole day. I'm just a really slow person, but now that you said that, I really felt, you know, calm down. I hope that I didn't miss any number. Okay, that's it. I finally completed this monthly calendar. I feel like this screen looks much different in person than on the live. I would love to show you how actually vibrant and bright it is. It's very bright. So it's kind of insane because, let me just check where my other iPad is. So I'm actually planning to do a complete customization of this. I only have this screen and I haven't customized anything, and I plan to do all of that in the next days and the next weeks actually. I was really focused on the Wonderbox, so I couldn't really experiment much, but just to show you how vibrant that is. Can you see that? This is the old iPad and it's on the maximum brightness here. And compared to this one, it just looks really dull. I mean, you can't see it so well because you only see this screen and it's much different when you film it on camera, but like it's really different. And to me, this felt really bright before. I didn't even think that this is not bright enough. And then when you compare it, it's just crazy. And also the colors are different. So yeah. Just wanted to quickly show you that, and I would love to do this home screen, similar type of home screen on this iPad, and I'm going to film a video about that, like a longer form video for YouTube. I just hope that it's going to be soon because I would love to do that. I'm going to do an unboxing video for YouTube of this iPad, and then my first impressions, because I haven't really had the chance to do that before. Like I said, I was working completely on the Wonderbox, so I'm going to try and finish that video and film the rest of the shots in the next days and then share my final thoughts, because I still haven't really came to conclusions. They came to all conclusions. I do know some things, but I will experiment more in the next 2 days, and then I'm going to share everything with you. But I really wanted to, you know, just do this casual bullet journal setup with you while we explore this iPad together. So I always love doing that, even before I explored it myself, just because it's so much fun to do it with you. Yes, my old iPad was from 2020, but I've seen reviews that compared this one to the M2 one, and it's still a huge difference, like similar to this one. So this OLED is really, really, really vibrant and bright. And I haven't really used it outside. I will have to try that. But I think the nano texture one would be just right for that. Okay, let's continue with this setup. I'm going to use this one or this one. So let's do the weekly now, and I'm going to use this journal. Something like this. I want to make it bigger, but maybe not too big. Because I want my weekly to be big, because my planning mostly consists of weeklies, so you have to let us know how it is with battery life. The battery life is actually the same as the older generations. I think they made it like that so that they made a battery last longer, but because the screen is much thinner, we have the same battery life as the previous generation. So it uses up more power, so even though the battery is better, it still lasts the same, and we don't have 1 day of battery still. Especially for me, if I work on my iPad, it will not last me the whole day if I'm working the whole day, but so far so good, I guess. We'll see how long exactly it lasts. Let's go with the weekly. I think I could do something interesting with the weeklies, but maybe just go with this for now. I love using the papers, the cards for the weeklies too, so that's also interesting. It's almost the same size, so it should be the same. Yeah. I haven't really used the whole battery yet, but from the reviews I've seen that it's the same battery life as before, but the iPad is so much thinner. It's crazy how thin this is, so at least the battery is not worse. But yeah, this is really thin. I don't know if I can show you here, but I was watching so many reviews when I got the iPad. I was watching the reviews for days and everything, and everyone was saying it is so thin, you know, and I was expecting it to be really thin, but when you hold it in your hands, you just start feeling really amazed, even though you've seen all of those reviews. I don't know if you can see it because it's not focusing on this, unfortunately, but it's very light and very thin. It's so light. My previous iPad was not something that I would hold in my hand, and when I'm filming a reel or something, I usually just put it like this and hold it to use it as my intro, as the intro for the reel. And it's always really heavy for me to hold it in one hand. Like, it feels like a really, you know, really heavy device, and this doesn't feel like that at all. This feels so light. It feels like I'm not really holding anything. I mean, I'm holding it, but it feels like I'm holding the iPad mini. So yeah, you can't see so well, but it's much thinner than the Apple Pencil. Let me see if I can just focus on that quickly. Oh yeah, now you can see it, I think. So let's go back to our weekly. And I need to finish this pretty quickly. If it's too thin, I'm so nervous it will bend my backpack, even though they should design it so it doesn't do that. I know that it feels like it would bend, but I don't really think that would happen. Honestly, even though it's thin, the previous generations were as thin. I mean, they were actually also thin, and it would feel like they would bend. But I think it's the same as the previous generations. This is not like something that is too much of a difference, even though it feels like it is, but I don't think it would be much of a difference in those terms if you're just putting it in a backpack. But you can also always use some kind of protection for it, and I think it would be completely okay. If you can stay, you can always... Oh, do you have to stay for the whole stream to get a stamp? Since this is our bullet journal setup, I will be saving this live stream, so you can just watch the replay and find the stamp there. But I'm not always saving the live stream, so this one I am saving because we are doing a complete setup, and I want everyone to be able to get to explore the June Wonder Bus with me, so that's why I'm saving this one. But let's see, where was I? So here in the weekly. I'm going to use this and I think I could do something more interesting, but I'm not sure. I could have used this one and then maybe just make it bigger. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use this weekly now, just because I want to use this notebook more than the regular one. And then I also want to use one of these ones, probably this one. Oh, you don't have to send me a screenshot or anything, because the link will be available after I share the replay of this, so you can download it easily. And make it a bit bigger here, because I want it to look really realistic, and I'm going to imagine this to be like a decor on my desk. Now it's been 2 hours and I really need to hurry up, because I don't know why I'm just so slow with these. I feel like for me, the whole day, you know, those streamers that have their live stream for the whole day and just go have a break when they eat and or go to the toilet. And I think I'm those kind of people, you know. I think I would be much, how do I say it? It would be much easier for me to just do it the whole day and just relax and make these spreads for the whole day, because that's just how I feel. I always want to, you know, talk about different things, and sometimes I can't focus on just creating the spread. So that would be a nice challenge to have, one live stream for the whole day. And I would love to try it on Twitch, because, you know, I've mentioned Twitch, but I haven't really tried it there. I would love to have it one day. Let me know what you think about it, if you would come to Twitch. Just so we can maybe find some new people who haven't heard of digital journaling there, and maybe we can have more people in our community that way. Okay, let's just try this. And figs, let's add one of these. I just have to rush it now because it's really getting late. We need a lot of these cards. I want to add a lot of them behind because I just love the look of the realistic cards, and as you know, it always just completes the spread for me. It really does. One more here. So that is that. And we could add maybe one of the books. Let's see if I can just add it in one of the corners. It doesn't have to be so visible or anything. Maybe even just below this. Let's see. I guess it's kind of hard to put it in place. Okay, something like that. I love this. So something like that. And we'll add one of the clips. I'll go with the blueberry one. And after this, I'm just going to add the days here, or I might use this for my journaling spread, but I love the messy spread like this. I think it's really nice. And I think we're going to wrap it up here because it's getting really late and I feel like the stream is going to get really long if I continue working on the spreads right now. So we've done these two spreads and this is the first one, and then we have it in the Teal Tranquil bullet journal. And this is our second one. Oops, it's here. And I think, I don't know, even though I did this really quickly, I think it turned out really nice because it mostly turns out nice when I don't overthink it. So that's one thing, one advice I have for you, just don't overthink it and it's going to turn out really nice. So I'm going to send you the link to the freebie now and you can put it in your words book and have another one of those really cute stamps, which is this one. If you joined us now, this is the stamp that you will be getting, and I'm going to send the link right now. Let me just check. Yeah, it's the one. Okay. Here it is. Here's the link. Let me know if you can download it and how many stamps you now got. I'm hoping that it's been fun to you today, and I hope that you would be interested to maybe do a Twitch stream for one of the next ones. I would just love to experiment on another platform just to see how it works, how it feels, and I'm hoping that this software gets fixed because I don't know, I can't explain you, but it's really weird when you don't hear the music. It's really weird. Honestly, I'm just feeling like I don't know. It kind of feels like talking to myself when I don't hear the music. I don't know, it's just really nicer and it gives all the vibes with the playlist and music, and when I don't hear it, I'm just not in the mood. If you are not able to download the link, please let me know so that I can maybe send you the link somewhere else, but we haven't had those problems before, so I hope everything works. You slapped this together quickly, but it looks amazing. Thank you. It was really quick, but I think it's really nice just because of that. If you were creating some spreads with me today, feel free to share those spreads on the Facebook group, and you can add the hashtag IndigoHealer livestream. I will just write it here. You can use this hashtag and share the spreads that you made. You can share it on Instagram or in our Facebook group so that we can have one hashtag that we can search and then see all the different spreads that we've done on these live streams. I want to thank you so much for being here with me, and thank you for joining these live streams. And the next thing that I'm going to share is definitely the unboxing and first impressions of this iPad when I get the chance to use it a bit more. I'm going to try my best to really dive deep into this iPad in the next 2 days, and then I'm going to share some of the things that I found really unique. And I've watched a lot of reviews for the iPad, for this iPad, and there are actually some things that I've never seen or heard they mentioned, and I noticed them, so I would love to share that with you too, and I think it's really interesting. So that's what I'm going to share in the new YouTube video, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, we will see each other in 2 weeks, and I'll let you know if it's going to be on Twitch maybe or on YouTube, but I'm not giving up YouTube. I just want to see and experiment with a few more platforms to see how it all works and how it all feels. And yeah, thank you so much everyone. Thanks once again, and see you really soon. Bye!